Hey guys, so I'm just gonna do okay, sorry for this. It's not very cute. I'm just gonna do a quick, hopefully quick, it's probably not gonna be because my videos clearly never are, foundation and skincare, or not skincare, foundation and face routine. So I'll do my eyebrows, my foundation, and contour. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. I've already primed my face. I put on a moisturizer. I think it was just Cetaphil or something like that. Nothing crazy. And then I just have a bunch of, what are they called? Samples that I wanted to use up. So I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in Light. So it was just a little sample from Sephora. And then I have the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer, which is all done now. Sad, because I actually really like that one. I use that on my lids, and then I just quickly use the brow gel, the Anastasia in, can you remember? I think it's blonde. No, it's caramel. And then I use the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Spray first, because it just feels so nice, so I like using that first. So now, bare face, I'm going to use my Revlon Color Stay in 180 Sand Beige. So I hate that there's no pump on this though. It drives me crazy because when I get to the end of it, I can barely get it out. And it's so thick. Even right now it's full, but it's so thick that sometimes I have to give it a little tappy tap. Like right now. There we go. And then too much comes out. So you don't need... It looked like I put a lot, but you don't need a ton because obviously it's a really full coverage foundation. But that's what I like because I have a lot of redness. I don't know if you could see, but in my cheeks I have a lot of redness. And even like on my eyelids, that's why I have to prime my eyelids with something that has a little bit of color to it because I have a lot of surface veins. So fun. Spider veins, surface veins, whatever they're called. Anyways, I always just start on my cheeks for some odd reason. I like to start in the middle of my face and then blend out. So then the most amount of product is going on the spots that need it the most. And then I just do my chinny chin, which is terrible right now. It keeps breaking out for some reason. Ugh, driving me crazy. It's probably because I've been addicted to sugar lately. I don't know what my problem is. People keep bringing in junk food to work, and it's really not good for me. Been trying to eat healthy. Every time I say, okay, I'm gonna eat healthy, somebody brings something junky into work, and then everybody's eating it in front of me, so what am I supposed to do? But anyway, that's just me being crazy. So you want to make sure to blend it down your neck. This one is weird because it matches my skin color exactly, but it does oxidize a little bit. So it does turn a little bit darker, but not a ton, not enough for me to go lighter because then I think it'll be too light. So I just want to make sure to cover up above my lip. A lot of people I think forget above their lip, and then sometimes you put all your powder and everything on and then you're like, oh, it's white under their lip. Or on top of their lip. I can't talk today. My bad. Sorry. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. Tired. But anyway, after this, I will do my eye look for you as well. And then I'll show you what I look like once I get my hair done and everything. Because right now I'm just a little bit of a mess. Okie dokie. I don't like highlighting. I know a lot of people highlight the bridge of their nose. Not for me. Nope. I already have a long nose, so I don't really want to highlight that. I like to shorten it with my contour powder. And nobody really does that. A lot of people just go on the sides of their nose. Maybe they don't feel they need to, and they probably don't. I'm the only one who thinks this way, but yeah, because mine is longer, I always like to shorten it, so I just kind of cut it off right there. And I still do go down the sides as well, because ever since I had septoplasty, my nose actually used to be so thin, and now it's a little bit wider ever since I had the septoplasty, which is good because it helps me breathe, but now it looks fat. So I need to just fix that up a little bit. And I just went over top of my eyebrow. Don't do that. Clearly wasn't paying attention. So now that it's all blended in, oh, sorry, I'm using a Sephora brush. It's a flat top. I don't know. I don't think they have these anymore, but I do love it because, holy crazy hair. I love it because it gives you really full coverage, and it's really good for blending everything in. So it was one of my favorites, and it's also a breast cancer brush, so it's nice to support a good cause, obviously. Okay, so I think I'm all blended in now. This has already been going on for 5 minutes, as if it just took me 5 minutes to blend in foundation. Anyway, I'm going to try to go a little quicker here. So sometimes I just take a little brush. So I'm taking one of the Real Techniques brushes. And it's the domed shadow brush. So I just take it for concealer. But right now I just like to blend out. I always find when I'm doing my foundation, there's always like a little spot on my nose that doesn't blend properly, no matter what. And over top of my mouth, I like to just make sure, because if you have a little mustache, you want to make sure that you just blend it into there so that you don't have foundation sitting on top of the hair. Okay, I'm not saying I have a mustache, like not like a man or anything, but you know, we all have a little bit of peach fuzz. Okay, so I do have a little bit of foundation left on my hand, so I just kind of put it back on the top of the bottle. You guys might think that's gross, but you know what? My hands are clean, so whatever. So then I'm just going to wipe my hand off here. And I like to start off with my brows. So what I use for my brows is just Buck from the Naked palette. I've changed my... And I'm just using this as a Too Faced brush that I got a really long time ago. It's been the best brush that I've found so far, which is funny because it's just one of those dinky little brushes that you get in a palette. But I found I used to use, what was it? Can't remember. What I used to use for my brows, but it was too dark, and every time I was looking at pictures, I was like, ooh, it's way too dark. So now I just use Naked in my brows again. That's what I used to use. Or sorry, Buck. And it's what I used to use, and then I switched, and now I've gone back because I just like it better. So I just start off at the bottom right here all the time, and then I just like to go up, and I just kind of fake some hair there because this brow is so annoying. So look now, like look how much is missing right there. I don't understand, but this one is fuller, so I just have to fake it. So that's what I do for my brows. And I like using, I was using pencil for a while. I like to switch it up sometimes, but I've liked just using shadow because it seems like it just looks a little bit more natural. Not that this looks extremely natural, but the most natural I find. Unless you use a pencil and you really brush it out well. So I do have an Essence pencil in blonde, and it's the number 4, and it does come with a little brush at the end, so the brush really helps a lot. So see, I'm almost done already. I do want to brush that out though too, and then I just have to kind of fill out my arch a little bit more. So guys, I don't know if you remember, if anybody watched. I don't really have that many viewers, but you know what? I don't care. I don't know if you watched my last video on like life decisions, but I had actually gotten a position in Vancouver, which is where I've always wanted to go. So my friends think I'm a crazy person because they're like, why did you not go? And the phone is ringing. Just 1 second. Sorry guys, that was my bro calling. Anyways, yeah, so I actually had an offer for a job. I went out to Vancouver to visit my brother. If any of you don't know that, that's where he lives. Okay, so I'm faking this one a little bit too. So just so you could see, there's my eyebrow. Yeah, so I had a job offer out there. And and I went for an interview. Everything was super awesome. It was for a management position. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but needless to say, I just had a really bad feeling about it. I don't know why. Everybody said, go with your gut. Oh boy. Sorry, my brother is calling again. Yeah, so basically I just had this bad feeling about it. Like, I wasn't sure why, but I just didn't feel like I was supposed to do it. Because it's a management position and because it's a new job, there were a lot of reasons why I decided not to take it. But you know what? Whatever. I feel like something better will come up. So that's just how you gotta look at it. But when I ended up calling them to tell them I couldn't do it, they were actually so rude to me about it. And that kind of made me glad that I didn't take it, because I don't really want to work for people like that. So yeah, I'm glad they gave me the opportunity, and it was awesome of them, and the fact that they wanted to hire me is amazing, but it just wasn't really the right decision for me, and I feel like maybe they should have respected that a little bit more. But you know what? Things happen. I guess they were probably just disappointed because they needed somebody pretty quickly. But what can you do? It's life. So now I'm still in the pursuit of what the heck I should do with my life. But gotta have faith that it's all gonna work out. I need to really stop talking because I'm taking way too long. So anyway, I'm almost done my brows. And then my mom makes fun of me because sometimes, even if we're getting ready to go on a plane or something and I'm doing my brows, she's like, really? You're measuring your brows at like 3 in the morning if we're going to catch a flight really early? So I just take something to measure them and make sure that they're the same, that they're at the same spot. So they seem to be okay. Just gonna fix one thing on this brow. My poor brother, I'm just ignoring his call. So rude. I'll answer it in a minute. Anyways, okay, so I'm done that. I'm just gonna put my concealer on. So I'm using the Maybelline Dream, is it the Dream Lumi? I can't read it anymore. Anyways, looks like this. Everything gets ruined in my makeup bag. I can't read them anymore. I think that's what it is. The Dream Lumi in Ivory. The only thing I hate about this, like, I love it. I love the color. I love the coverage. I just hate that it gets used up so quickly. And it does look like I'm using a lot, but it's really not that much. Like, I just pushed it up one time. But I do have pretty dark under eye circles, so that's why I guess it seems like I might be using a ton, but it's really not that much, I promise. So, yeah, I just give it a couple seconds after I put it on just to set a bit. Okay, I'm using a tiny bit more just on this one. Okay, there is way too much on that side, but I know that there is, so I'm just telling you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna blend that in. I like to use my finger and then I use a brush, because I like to get right up underneath the lash line. A lot of people forget right there. They just kind of go right here and that's it. But I get a lot of darkness like right up into the lash line, so I have to make sure that I'm blending it out and going right up there. Alrighty. And when I put on my moisturizer underneath my eyes, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you I used a moisturizer under my eyes too. And it was just this one. It was another sample. It was a Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye primer, which I really enjoy. It's fun. It's really soft. So then again, I'm going in with my Real Techniques brush, and it's the Dome Shadow brush, and I'm just blending that in. And I've already put a primer on my eyelids, like I told you, and it's the Anti-Aging, the Urban Decay primer. So I'm not really blending, I'm kind of just pressing so that you're not blending away all that concealer that you just put on. A lot of people make that mistake, and then they're like, well, concealer sucks. It's because you're blending it all away. So you want to make sure you're just pressing instead of blending. And it absorbs under there. Sometimes I just alternate between my finger and the brush just to make sure it's really absorbed in there. It's crazy what concealer can do, I swear. My eyes look miniature right now, but it's crazy how awake you look after you use concealer. Everybody's like, oh, what would you take with you if you were on a deserted island? I seriously think that would be one of the main things. And then I don't know after that, maybe I wouldn't say bronzer because you'd be on an island, so I'm pretty sure you'd get some sun there. I did not get a tan at all this summer. It's terrible. Like, I can't even believe. I look way more white here than I do in real life, but holy, we had just a terrible, terrible summer. Barely any hot days. Actually, we just got really hot days this past week, which is crazy because it's the end of summer. That's how it works over here, I guess. So anyways, I just bought this. I'm very excited. The Smashbox step-by-step contour kit. Oh, Sephora, the website was sold out, so I was super upset because I really wanted it very badly. So I'm just going to grab, I have a contour brush by MAC, and it's, again, everything is rubbing off. I'm gonna say 109. I don't know. It looks like this. I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm just using the middle color right here. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this palette. Not gonna lie. So I just put that on my cheeks and I'm blending up. And I don't like to go too close to my mouth. Usually I go right up to here or so. Because that doesn't look very natural. Not that I'm not saying I have a very natural look, because I do wear a lot of makeup. And a lot of people are like, why do you wear so much makeup? Like, you don't need to, blah, blah, blah. It's not that I feel like I need to, I just enjoy it, and it makes me feel good, so, yeah. I have a pretty thin face, so I don't really need to contour, but I just like it. I like the way it looks. So I just take that middle one to kind of bronze and blend up a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with that darker one. Even though I'm pretty fair, it still works well on my skin. So that's what's nice about this palette. I feel like it works well with darker skin tones as well as lighter, more fair skin. So that's what it looks like so far. And then I'm just going to bronze my skin and then go back in with that darker color. I don't know if you can really see. Ugh, this color sucks here. Anyways, sorry, I'm using my phone, that's why. And sorry, I know it's going to be this way instead of this way, which is the proper way to film, but I can't do it. It's too weird. I can't look at it properly. Anyway, so this is just a stippling brush. I think it's an Eco Tools brush. No, it's a Spa Resource. I don't know. SpaResource.ca. I think I got it from Walmart. So I like to just blend all my stuff out with that, and then I go in with my bronzer, which is, I like Montauk Bronze better, but they were out of it. So this is NYC Sun and Bronze, and it's Fire Island Tan. So I'm used to using Montauk, but you know what, whatever, just do with what I have. I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush. It's crazy, look at these brushes. May not look the same to you. It's the same. but this one is getting really loose, so obviously the quality of this brush is better. So I'm just going in with the bronzer. It's gonna bronze my cheeks. I know people say don't use bronzer everywhere, but I don't care, because I'm really blonde. I'm really blonde. Nope, I'm not. I'm really fair, so I don't go crazy. It doesn't look super fake. I just like to have color on my face, and you got to make sure to blend it in. So I'm just going on my jawline, of course. I think you guys already know this. And my chin, I have a really pointy chin, so I like to just kind of, you know, put some bronze down there. And then again, my jawbone. And then just blend it into my neck, and yeah, sorry, I don't know why I'm singing everything. So I'm just gonna get my forehead, so the sides of my forehead, so my temples, and then I like to just get right around the hairline. It's so weird, I always thought I had a small forehead, and now it looks massive. I don't know if it's my phone or what the heck, but so I try to contour a little bit at the top. I don't like going in with an actual contour. Sometimes I feel like it's too dark, so I like this bronzer for that. So I just like to really just contour my cheeks and my nose with my contour powder. And yeah, I know it looks like I'm putting a ton, but it's really light. So that's what's up. See what I mean? I don't really look that dark, do I? No, I don't. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Spa Resource brush again and just blend all that out. How is this like so long? I do not understand how I take so long. I think it's because I talk too much. Anywho, I am going in with, where the heck? Where's my brush? Okay, this again, but I'm going in with the darker one. However, I do not know. Oh, it's on my lap. That's the best. Like when you're looking for sunglasses and they're on top of your head. I feel like I do that a lot. So I'm just using the Smashbox brush. I feel like a lot of people didn't like it very much, but I'm into it. Whatever. I use it for just doing my cheeks here, so it's good. I don't use it for my nose, it's too big, but it's just called a contour brush. So I'm going in with the darker color right there, and just, I'm not going all the way down like where I did with the lighter contour color, and then I'm just pulling up, so going to the side and pulling up. How do you feel about that? Good? I feel good about it. And then I'm just going in with that again. And then pulling it up again. Oh my gosh, you can't even see what I'm doing, sorry. So it looks dark there, but it's really not that dark. Sorry, my lighting is terrible. So that's that. I'm gonna blend it. And then I'm going to contour my nose with this little, this is just a Sigma E25, the little one that they send you. And I'm using that darker contour color again, just to contour my nose. So you can already see, I have a little bump on the side. I had my nose broken purposely, because I had a rhinoplasty along with a septoplasty. So if anybody has questions about that, I am more than willing to answer. I know everybody's like, oh geez, everybody's had plastic surgery. It's so annoying. But you know what? I wasn't really doing it for anyone but myself. And if I wanted to go crazy with plastic surgery, I would definitely get my boobs done. But I'm not going to do that. So, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying I'm not like plastic surgery crazy. I'm not going to go get like tons of fillers and injections. It was just something that bothered me basically my whole life. So, I did it. Okay, so I just contoured. So you can see right there. And I'm going to blend that out. So then I'm going underneath, because I find my tip still sticks out a lot. So I'm going underneath right there. And I'm just going to kind of round it out. And I'm going to make it look more like a little ball nose. See? It's not happening yet, but it'll happen, I'll tell you that. Not really. It doesn't look like a ball nose or anything, but like, it looks smaller anyways. I'm kind of, as I'm contouring, I'm kind of trying to blend it at the same time. You'll still have to blend it out with a different brush because obviously if you're using the same brush, it's not going to blend it out because you still have product on there. So yeah, so I'm just kind of going like this, and like that. Just to contour. And just thinning it out. I know thinning it out makes it look longer. And so people are probably like, well, you're making it look longer and then you're shortening it. Like, what are you doing? I'm just trying to make it look thinner because I don't like when it looks fat. So then I'm making it look slimmer, but then I'm shortening it. Got it? So here we go with a Real Techniques Samantha Chapman brush. And I just try to, I don't like wipe it away, I just almost pat it. Kind of what I was doing with my concealer. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? And it's pretty well it. So, that is my face routine. So next I'll be doing my eye makeup. So if you want to keep watching, you go ahead and do that because this was already half an hour long, so it'll probably be another 20 minutes of my eyes. So if you want to watch that, keep watching and I will put up the video next. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.